What you don't know. This is what a lot of self-distributing filmmakers don't tell you. And man, I will say that quality control is a beep. Yo, what's up? Frankie Midnight here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the self-distribution aggregator online, Filmhub, my experiences using it, and how I got my movie Mumble on the major streaming platforms. First, after this coffee break. So, Filmhub, what is it? What's it all about? If you've heard of it, if you've heard, talk on it. Filmhub is an online self-distribution platform where you can pretty much upload your movie, all the materials needed for it, and it sends it out to major streaming platforms. HBO Max, Hulu, Tubi, Prime, Amazon Prime, Prime Video. There's like 3 names: Amazon Prime Video. Yeah, the stuff that you go watch the stuff on. And that's just pretty much what it is. So, there's 2 routes you can go as a filmmaker. You can either get a distributor, meaning somebody who's going to take your movie and distribute it out to movie theaters, nowadays, streaming platforms, or you can self-distribute yourself, which is a little bit more difficult to do if you're not set up to do that. And also, I just realized I said self-distribute yourself. That's like, anyway. So yeah, you could get a distributor who would do it for you. They got all the, they pretty much got all the connections. Like, they do the marketing, they provide getting it into streaming platforms and movie theaters. They do trailer edits, recuts to the movie. That they do captions, closed captions, everything that your movie needs. Because, like, for example, if they want to, they can even do international distribution. So if your movie was made in America, but you want to get it over in China, which is more markets, but you need, Chinese subtitles, then they'll take care of all that stuff. That's using a distributor. Now, if you're going to self-distribute, you know what that means? That means everything I just said, that's your responsibility. You're in charge of all of the marketing materials that the distributor would use, which is the posters, the different ratio sizes of the posters, the trailer cuts and the edits, various different trailers, one that might be a minute long, 2 minutes long. You're in charge of getting it distributed because you're a distributor yourself, so getting it on those streaming platforms, everything. You're in charge of everything when it comes to the business of the film if you're going to do it yourself. And usually the way the business was back in the day, it was kind of difficult. If you're doing it yourself, they would marginalize it. They would monopolize it for, if you're not a distribution company, or if you're not going with this distributor, then not. But nowadays we have, aggregators, which is like for music, for example, DistroKid, TuneCore. And films, we got Filmhub, baby. Filmhub. Trying to find the Filmhub. Where's the Filmhub, baby? Get high, baby. Get the Filmhub, baby. Oh man, Filmhub. Nah, on the real though, as an independent filmmaker, and I am one of those people that try to do everything myself, as far as cutting as much middleman out as possible. Like, if I can get it directly to the consumer without having to go through anything, perfect. If I can get this done without having to rely on this, perfect. So Filmhub is ideal for the independent filmmaker who's looking to just get it out there. So I mentioned it before. My first movie I filmed was Mumble, Fate of a Lost Icon. And I ended up using Filmhub to get it on Tubi TV, Fawsome, and Prime Video. And I think once those contracts are up, it'll be probably going on some other ones. But because Filmhub, they distribute to all of them. Even Filmhub is amazing. And there's videos on YouTube that will show you how to upload your movie onto Filmhub and go through all of those specs. This isn't that video. This is just my experience using Filmhub. If you want to learn how to on Filmhub, go to YouTube. I'm sure there's some great videos on there. My experience in using Filmhub was absolutely amazing because it did exactly what it was set up to do, which is get your film on those platforms. That's it. That's all it's in charge of, is getting those films on your platform. And there are different, levels you could use. I used the free basic one. So it just shipped it out to, just distributed it out to anyone. But if you want to be specific and exclude certain channels, like if you only want to zone in on HBO Max or Hulu or whomever, then you can pay for it. I think it's like $1,000 a year or something like that. It's worth it though. I mean, I would assume it's worth it. Honestly, I haven't tried it. I'm probably going to try it. But yeah, Filmhub is great for the independent filmmaker. I mean, I don't even know how I would have gotten it on there and had I not used them, if I would have probably used a distributor. And it's funny because I'm not going to name any names, but I did have a couple deals with Mumble when they got to the Miami Film Festival. There was a couple of distributors who was interested, but the contracts weren't really that great. So I was kind of just trying to figure it out. Like, okay, what do I do? And I kept hearing about Filmhub. So I looked into Filmhub and saw that it was free. All I had to do was upload the movie. And man, I would say that quality control is a beep. It's crazy as far as making sure your captions is on point. I have a background in Photoshop. If you're a filmmaker, I would highly recommend you make sure yourself multifaceted as much as possible. Either that or get with somebody who knows how to do that. Photoshop. So I was able to easily make my posters, and they have different versions. Because if you go on, all you gotta do is go on different streaming platforms and you'll see. Like there's some that are vertical, like the regular poster, but then there's a lot of like when you're hovering over a movie, it's horizontal. So you're gonna have to have one for that. Then you have to have like what they call the hero shot, which is not necessarily the poster, but maybe a still from the movie that shows the main character in a type of, like I guess like a main picture of them. They call it the hero shot. I don't know why, but you have to have different variations of it, and you have to upload your trailer. Make sure your trailer is good, and then with quality control, you gotta have like a second of blankness in between. In before it starts, and then a second after. It can't just cut into it. It has to be clean. So you gotta make sure. And then the thing about it is you only get 3 like redos with quality control on Filmhub. So if you mess up 3 times, that's it. You gotta wait like months before you can even re-upload and do it all over again. So when we didn't know that, like me and my wife and I, we was working on it. I uploaded it. I'm thinking everything's good. Got that first you got to make sure. So when we was looking, and then when we saw that it said 3, so we realized, oh damn, we only got 2 left. So we we got it on the second one, but we really had to zone in and be like tedious on making sure everything was on point. And the hardest part of it all was the captions. I'm sure there's horror stories on YouTube with some filmmakers who's distributed on Filmhub. Them captions, man, is crazy. Like you can't have a certain amount of space. It can get pretty difficult. You gotta be, and then it's ADH or ADR or something, which is making sure you have not just the subtitles, but sounds. For deaf people who like you have to have like birds chirping if there's no dialogue, wind blowing, music here. It's so tedious. And I think that Filmhub actually has a section where they'll do it for you. It's extra cost, but I did it on DaVinci. Honestly, I just did my due diligence, went on DaVinci, did subtitles, and the thing that helped me get through it, see, this is what I want to tell y'all too. Motivational moment. Motivational moment. Don't think about it all at once because it can become overwhelming and you might think yourself and talk yourself out of doing it. You got to take your time with it and just be in it. That's it. That's the only way I was able to get through those subtitles. Because them subtitles are a mug. Like, they're really difficult. So I had to just say, you know what? I'm not expecting on getting this done today or tomorrow. I'm going to get it done when I get it done. But I'm going to work on it every day. This is my quota for the day. And you chip away at it. Chip away at it. When we got the first, when we submitted it to Filmhub and then they hit us back with that it's not ready yet. And it was 2 strikes. That first strike, I made sure to take my time with it. Like, there was no deadline to get it on there. Like, we had already hit the festival run. So it was just, okay, just you upload it when you upload it. That's another awesome thing about it, too. They don't give you a deadline on when you have to submit it. They just make sure you do it right. So when we realized that, I was like, okay, we got to take our time with this. Took our time with it, made sure all the I's were dotted, T's crossed, everything, submitted it, and it was successful with a free spare do-over. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. Only with that, as far as that's the only difficult part about it. Other than that, it was easy to do. It was just tedious, but it was easy to do using Filmhub, make an account, upload all the stuff, follow the steps. If y'all seen my video on Film Freeway, how to submit your films to festivals, it was similar. It was a little similar process as far as creating an account, just pretty much going through all the things they're asking you to do and doing them to the best of your abilities, taking your time with it. With this one, though, Filmhub. And another flip side to that, so this is self-distribution. It's easy to get it on there. Now, this is what you don't know. This is what a lot of self-distributing filmmakers don't tell you on YouTube and anywhere, is that you have to market your movie. That's the crossroad. That's not crossroads, but that's the obstacle that we've come to today. That we are like, okay, so it's a non-stop hustle. You gotta really push your movie because they don't do that, and that's what a distributor would do. If you go through a distributor, they'll make sure they market it if they got the budget, do all of this, do all of that. But if you're doing it yourself, you're in charge of that, baby. You gotta figure it out. I don't know why I said that. I feel like when those old dudes in those 19, you gotta figure it out, baby. You gotta make sure you get your stuff going. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I spazzed out. But no, you have to be on top of your marketing because that's what's gonna make or break your movie. And we didn't know that. We thought, okay, once it gets up on Tubi, once it gets up on Prime, that's it. It's gonna automatically be successful. No, it can get lost in the sauce. It can literally get lost and buried under the endless, especially on Tubi, under the endless content that's on there. Like, unless you get a exclusive deal with a Netflix or with a Hulu or with any streaming platform, or you sell it as an original, then the platform itself will push your film. But if it's just on there, you know, if you use the basic distribution that I used on Filmhub, which is free, it comes with a cost, which is marketing. You got to market your movie. The more people watch your movie, the more that platform is like the algorithm. You're showing the platform's algorithm that your film is watchable and that people are watching it and that they like it. So then it'll start pushing your movie. But you gotta pay at first. You know, you gotta invest in it. So a dope thing we did with Mumble was the MLK parade is really big here in Miami. In Dade County, there was a parade that just happened. So we went out there and we had these flyers. My mom, man, she gave me this idea. It was so dope. She see these flyers right here, and I put them in one of the videos. See that? See the back? QR code. So we had the front with the poster, and then the back was the QR code. Scan me, and it takes you right to the Tubi link where you can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on the internet, wherever you scan it. I mean, it's phone, mobile, so you can watch it on your phone. I ordered 1,000, and I think I got maybe like 50 left. So we passed a lot of them junks out. Now, whether they watched it or not, I don't know. I got to look back in. That's another dope thing about Filmhub is that you get to see the performance. You get to see how it's doing, who's watching it, from which region. I mean, I think somebody from Canada watched our movie and ordered it off Prime, which was pretty cool. And it shows you the analytics, you know, to a degree. Now, if you want specific analytics, like how many people on Tubi watched it, how many people in the platform, I think you got to reach out to the platform itself and get that data. Yeah, and then you get the payout. You get to see how much money you made. Honestly, the payouts are funny because I don't know how many. I mean, we've shared it to so many people, so I don't know. I gotta say at least about 1,000 people watched it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't yield that much money, but it fluctuates. You know, it fluctuates. 1 month we'll make a certain amount, another month we'll make a good amount, and then another month when we think we're doing good, it's like, okay. So ultimately, what it all boils down to is just pushing your movie to everybody. You gotta have a strong marketing campaign, and the more people watch it, the more money you're gonna make. So that's the amazing thing about it. But yeah, so my experiences with Filmhub, top notch. It was good. Self-distribution. I do want to try getting a distributor and seeing what that looks like and how money looks like. You know, just how everything looks like from that perspective, because I haven't tried it yet. I've went the self-distribution route, and I would recommend everybody at least go that route. Even if you're looking to get a distributor, at least go the self-distribution route so you can at least experience it. And then going to the distributor route and then comparing, okay, which one is best for me? Okay, I like this, or I don't want to handle all of this, so I'll just go with a distributor. Or all I got to do is this and just push it. Okay, maybe I'll just do self-distribution. It's always best to just give yourself options and experience everything so you can know for yourself for sure, like, this is the route for me. So, yeah, Filmhub, I recommend it, you know, for self-distributors, filmmakers, independent filmmakers looking for self-distribution. And I repeat myself a lot. I'm sorry. I got a form of OCD. I can't help it. But I just want to make sure you get this message. And, yeah, you know, I recommend Filmhub, self-distribution. That's it. This has been another Midnight with Midnight. Check out Midnight Monochrome Pictures. That's my wife and I's film company. Check out our movie, Mumble, Fate of a Lost Icon. Yeah, you know what I mean? Put God first in your life. You know, you can't do nothing without the Almighty. And be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll hit y'all with another video.